Hey guys, welcome to another interesting video. This video is specifically for those who are eager to move to Nova Scotia. If you are between the age of 21 to 55 years, then this video is specifically for you. Nova Scotia, a province bursting with possibilities, is in dire need of immigrants. So, in order to attract more immigrants to their communities, right, they've introduced a new pathway without a job offer for those who are interested in moving to Nova Scotia. So, in this video, we will be exploring the easiest pathway to residency that Nova Scotia has crafted, specifically designed to embrace immigrants just like you with open arms. Imagine a land where job opportunities abound, where you can build a career without the constraint of a job offer. This pathway is one of the simplest, trust me. It does not need a job offer before you can apply, and Nova Scotia understands the value immigrants bring to their communities and is committed to providing a smooth transition just for you and your family. So together we are going to be unraveling the secret of this progressive province, and also we are going to be revealing how you can make it your new home. But before we continue, if you're seeing my beautiful face for the first time, you are welcome. My name is Amy. I'm a content creator and I have a lot of videos on immigration. Whether you want videos on visas, conferences, studying abroad, scholarship, jobs abroad, any kind of video that has to do with immigration, right? You will find them on my channel. Please subscribe to my channel for more informative videos. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend it to others. Please share my videos with your friends and your loved ones and keep watching.
Hello guys, welcome to Immigrate with Amy. We want to talk about Canada immigration today. We love to talk about Canada immigration because I would say it's the mother of all immigration programs. The government has set up a very extensive immigration programs that has a lot of different pathways and streams that people can utilize to move to Canada as permanent residents, okay? Apart from the federal system itself, there are a lot of other sister programs from the provinces, from the communities that also allows immigrants to come to Canada as permanent residents. And most times, we're always sharing this information. So today we want to look at one of the provinces in Canada and review one of their immigration pathways. The reason why I like Nova Scotia is the fact that I think it's actually fairly easy to immigrate to Nova Scotia. And I know quite a number of people who were able to immigrate successfully. Of all these people, none of them actually had to get a job in that province before they immigrated. So the pathway that we're looking at today does not require you to have a job offer from an employer, and we're going to be looking at this pathway, this province. How is this pathway set up? What are the requirements? What are the eligibilities? And what do you need to do? Don't forget, before we move on, we've been kind of announcing it here that we do offer like a one-on-one consultation, because a lot of people have been sending emails that they require some help. They need some information about Canada immigration, and they've been doing it and they are kind of stuck in the process. They don't know what to do. Some want to request for credential evaluation. They don't know how to do it. Some people want to set up express entry profile. They don't know how to do it. We offer like a one-on-one consultation. It's a paid session. So if you are interested, drop us an email and then we can kickstart the process. All right. So let's get back to the business of the day. The name of this immigration stream is called the Nova Scotia Labor Market Priorities Stream. So I'm going to be explaining to you what it means and how is the process set up. Okay, so Nova Scotia Labor Market Priorities. What does it mean? Immigration is an initiative of the government that has like an economic undertone. What I mean by that is that they don't just want people to come in because they want people to fill up, the space in the country. It's an economic decision of the government. So they want to grow the economy, right, in the short term. Also, in the long term, they want the economy to be sustainable. So they are bringing in people who have the skills, okay, who have the right age, and they know that, okay, at least from now till the nearest future, these people will be economically profitable to Canada. That's the basic ideology behind Canada immigration. So the reason why I'm saying this is because the name of this stream is called Labor Market Priority Stream. What it means is that the government of Nova Scotia, from time to time, they do some economic studies, some labor studies to identify what skills they need per time. For example, first quarter 2023, what is the economy saying? What is the economic performance? What skills are required to launch that economy further? Basically, they are always carrying out this research. And once they complete this research, they utilize the result of that research to also target certain groups of individuals who want to immigrate to Nova Scotia, basically. Okay, so it is based on their labor market priorities. There are priorities in the labor market per time, and they need to utilize that information to bring in the right people who fit into the profile of the labor market priority. Okay, so imagine that in Q1 2023, for example, they realize that they need skilled people in the area of financial management. What they would do is that as a result of that need, they will announce that stream for people who have work experience and who have education, who have skills in that area of financial management. I'm just using that as an hypothetical example. So that is how this labor market priority stream is structured. The criteria is always changing based on what is needed in the province at the time that they are running the stream. So they run it from, it's not something that is continuous. They make announcement about it, they run it from time to time, and when they will do the next one, right, they are going to request for people who have specific profile based on what is needed in the labor market of Nova Scotia. So that's why it's called Nova Scotia Labor Market Priorities. What is the process, or how does the government run this particular program? It's not individuals going to the province to apply or to submit what they call an expression of interest. No. What they do is that when the government wants to do another round of selection, they go to the Federal Express Entry Pool and they select people based on their profile. So if your profile fit into what is needed in the labor market of Nova Scotia at that point in time, the government invites you automatically from your express entry profile. For you to be eligible for that selection, you must have already indicated on your express entry profile that you are interested in Nova Scotia. So there is an aspect of the express entry profile where you can actually select the provinces you are interested in. Okay, so if you select Nova Scotia in your federal express entry profile, and then the government wants to run another round of this labor market priority stream, automatically your profile in the express entry becomes visible to the province of Nova Scotia. And when they look at your profile, if you have the skills that they need, they would give you an automatic invitation. So they will invite you to submit an application for their provincial nomination. And then they will give you some time to submit that application. So once you submit your application, they will consider your application. If you meet all of the criteria, if your information is on point, if you submit the right documentation, they will issue you a nomination certificate. And then when the federal system is doing the next round of giving invitation to people, automatically you will be picked. That is how it works. The most important factor, if you are considering or if you want to take advantage of this immigration stream, is that you must have an active express entry profile, and then you must indicate on your express entry profile that you are interested in immigrating to Nova Scotia. So that is the requirement for you to be eligible for this particular Nova Scotia labor market priority. So once you do that, then when the government is doing their own round of selection, they can pick you from your express entry profile, basically. So how does it work? The eligibility is that you will receive a letter of interest from the Nova Scotia nominee program within the express entry system. And then once you receive that letter of interest, you would submit your application within 30 days. Okay, and then they will also check if you meet the minimum work experience, if you have the sufficient, settlement funds, if you have a legal status in the country where you currently reside, if you meet all the other requirements for Canada immigration, and then they will issue you that certificate of nomination. That is how it works. So the different draws that they have done from time to time, they have different criteria. All right, they have different criteria that they usually follow, and I have a history here. So this document that I'm showing you here is a history of all of the draws that they have done under this immigration stream and the criteria for which they picked people. So it's not always the same. So what they demand in one draw will be different from what they demand in another draw. It's based on the need of the province at that time. And you can look at the history here. You would see that for the draws that have, that they have done, there are different criteria per draw. All right, so it's always changing. All right, that is why I always tell people that, look, if you're looking at immigrating to Canada, make sure that you have, as a matter of first priority, right, an active express entry profile. Because once you have that, anything can happen. I'm telling you, anything can happen, guys. Okay, so the criteria is always changing. Okay, so when they want to do the draw, they will set the criteria after looking at the economic needs of that province, and then they will begin to invite people from their express entry profile. Okay, so but on a general note, what are the eligibility criteria? You must have a valid express entry profile number. You must state in your express entry profile that you are interested in moving to Nova Scotia. I told you, you can do that. And if you need a guide, if you need guidance on setting up your express entry, maximizing your family CRS score, trying to set up your profile, you need some useful tips, okay, based on the experience that we have, please reach out to us. Let's help you out. Okay, all right, so moving on, the top criteria is that, of course, if they are interested in your profile, if your profile meets what they are looking for, they will give you a letter of interest directly from your express entry profile. Okay, and then you must also meet the criteria that they have set in place at the time you receive the letter. Of course, before they give you the letter, you must already meet the criteria, right? And then you must have the minimum work experience requirement. So basically, you must have had at least 1 year full-time work experience in the job that you indicated is your skill area on your express entry profile. And then you must show that you have the required proof of funds based on your family size, basically. All right, so these are the general requirements. I mean, nothing extra. This is actually one of the easiest immigration streams because it doesn't require anything extra. They only require the minimum requirement for Canada immigration. Okay, so once you have all of this, once they give you that letter of interest, you can submit your application. I think it takes around maybe 60 days for them to complete the process, and then they will issue you the provincial nomination certificate. Okay, so guys, this is actually a quick one just to let you know that Nova Scotia has this particular immigration stream which does not require a job offer. It's called Nova Scotia Labor Market Priorities, but you must have an active express entry profile before you can be eligible to apply for this. And you don't even apply, they actually give you a letter of interest. So once you receive that letter, once you receive a notification that Nova Scotia has given you a letter of interest from your express entry profile, I can say that it's almost automatic that you will get their provincial nomination certificate. Okay, so guys, check this out. Okay, we'll drop the link in the video description. They also have like an application guide. It's a PDF file. We'll drop that link in the video description. Make sure you download it. Okay, because if you're going to be utilizing this pathway, you need to understand the process, right? You need to understand the documentation that is required so that you can have it ready in the hope that they would invite you. Okay, so we'll also drop the link to this application guide so that you can download it as a PDF file. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget, we are almost at the tail end of preparing more or less a very comprehensive guide. It's like a do-it-yourself guide, okay, for Canada immigration. So if you want to apply for any of the immigration streams or immigration pathways, this guide is very practical. It involves links to find jobs. It involves some template for Canadian resume, how to open express entry profile, how to request for credential evaluation. It includes some free resources to get yourself ready for the English test and a lot of other useful resources that we have compiled. We've been working on this for a very long time, and very soon we are going to launch this and then share it with you guys. Okay, so thank you so much once again for watching, and we wish you a lovely day. Bye.